Hi students, good morning. So let's start with this particular lecture print culture in the modern world. And of course, this topic is in history of the CBSE books. So let's start this topic. I think it would take around two more lectures because it's a pretty big topic. Now, let's see. So we actually at that day we saw that how this print brought a kind of a revolution, and today we would actually see how this French Revolution happened, because that's what some of the thinkers and the rationalists actually say. So let's see. Reading mania, that's the topic 4, or that's the chapter number 4 of your textbook. So what I'm doing is I'm completing one chapter each single day. There are around 5 more topics left out, but I think 2 of them are very simple and very small also as compared to these ones. So I don't think that is going to take a single day. Anyway, let's move ahead. So what happened now? The topic is reading mania. First of all, what do you mean by the word mania? Mania means a kind of insanity. Insanity means pagalpan. चारों तरफ में वही ट्रेंड चल रहे हैं. For example, the other day I was going, from the market. I was just passing through the market, and I saw 2 of the guys, sitting outside, and they were, playing this game known as PUBG. And I'm sure that you guys all might be aware, because it's a kind of a insanity or a trend nowadays. Now, why am I using the word insanity? Now, according to me, it must be a decent game, but a guy of my age actually could not relate to that game. Now, if you'll say, sir, आपकी age मतलब because I cannot get connected to those fast games of shooting and all those. Maybe kind of puzzle game or something which requires more patience. That way, or in simple words, I actually tried playing it, and unfortunately, within around 10 or 15 seconds, I was dead. But anyway, so the part is, but right now you see any single guy of any age, and you're going to see him or her playing that particular game of PUBG. So that is kind of, a mania, a PUBG mania altogether, right? Now, before than this PUBG mania actually happened, there was this another mania of Clash of Clans, if you guys do remember. Now, that's another game, and people used to, get up late in the night, and they used to, why have you, got up late at night? Because I want to do an attack. And that's how. So that was a kind of mania. In the same fashion in Europe, this kind of reading mania actually started happening. Let's now understand first of all why it happened, where it happened, and what actually impact it left. Now let's see. In the 17th and 18th century, literacy rates increased. So by, from the part of 16th century to 17th century and then to 18th century, gradually the literacy rates started increasing. So how is that supposed to, add up to this point? Please understand कि जब आप पढ़ना स्टार्ट करते हो, जब आपकी लिटरेसी रेट स्टार्ट होती है, तो दैट मीन्स आपको एक नेचुरल हैबिट होती है रीडिंग की, अंडरस्टैंडिंग की, लिसनिंग की, कम्युनिकेशन की. बिकॉज सी, जो लोग उतने ज़्यादा लिटरेट नहीं होते हैं, आई एम नॉट सेइंग दैट दे आर डम्ब और दे कांट डू एनीथिंग, but let's face it that they are unable to put up their ideas very clearly in front of the other people, or in so-called the modern language, they are not actually presentable, right? And that is the reason why when the literacy rates went up, so everybody started reading some or the other thing, either for the part of leisure, or either for the part of show off, either for the part of quenching their own quest for the part of gaining knowledge, or whatever could be the reason, but they just started reading books because the literacy rates went up. Churches also actually started, propagating all of these, their propaganda and their, advisories, their do's and don'ts, and different denominations were set up, and schools were set up in those very small spaces or very small places like villages and the suburban and the suburban areas which were outside the rural area, outside the urban areas. Now, what actually do you mean by the word denominations over here? Now, denomination means that a kind of subdivision within the religion. So, religion के अंदर भी और subdivision बनना चालू हो गए. For example, if you ask the Hinduism, तो Hinduism के अंदर आपको बहुत सारे caste and subdivisions आपको मिलना हो जाएंगे. मैं हिंदू में इस कैटेगरी का हूँ, मैं इस कैटेगरी का हूँ, मैं इस कैटेगरी का हूँ. सेम इफ यू गो इन मुस्लिम and you would be able to find there are, by the way, these particular categories. I am this Muslim, I am that Muslim, and so on and so forth. तो by default ये जो divisions थे churches के अंदर, so उन लोगों ने ये denominations बनाना start कर दिया था, subdivisions, and they started teaching or propagating this knowledge back into the part of villages. So villages के अंदर भी जो literacy थी वो धीरे धीरे बढ़ना चालू हो गई, and literacy to peasants and artisans also. So जो लोग day by day, जो लोग daily wages में काम कर रहे थे, they also started learning something. So which in a kind of thing is pretty good. But let's see actually what happened. At the end of 18th century, shockingly, the overall Europe का जो literacy rate था, that went up right from the part of 60 to 80%. That means from the part of 60% to somewhat at around in between 60 to 80%. So that's quite a jump, right? I mean, यदि 100 लोग हैं तो उसमें से 80 लोग पढ़े लिखे हैं, which is a very good barometer, by the way, to check any particular country whether it is developed or developing. Now, so there was the so-called virtual reading mania. चारों तरफ में बस पढ़ाई को लेकर के ही सब लोगों का एक पागलपना, जुनून, insanity, जो भी आप इसको बोलना चाहो, वो छाया हुआ था. New forms. Now the issue is, जब भी कभी कोई भी एक चीज ट्रेंड बनना चालू हो जाती है, तो it needs to be continuously updated. Mark my the sentence throughout your life. Remember the sentence. You cannot have a constant thing, or you cannot have one thing serving you throughout your life. What does it mean? Let's assume that you guys, love a particular dish. Say from a particular person, be it your mom, be it your dad, be it from a hotel, be it from a restaurant. But imagine if I give you the same dish every single day, in the morning, in the breakfast, or during the part of the lunch in the noon, and for the case of even dinner in the night. Do you really think that you are going to like it? Not exactly. And that's what happened. So people now started demanding for the new set of literature, new set of books, new set of printing material, which could actually be something different from the existing part. That means a new kind of audience came, and they started demanding something new. So one thing led to the other. Okay, now if you're going to see the next line, new forms require new audience. अब प्रॉब्लम था वो जो कॉस्ट का प्रिंटिंग प्रेस ने जो गुटेनबर्ग ने किया था, उससे ये तो चीज सॉल्व हो गया था, बट अभी भी वो थोड़े से एक्सपेंसिव थे. सो हाउ डिड पीपल decided that what should we do now as the next step, and they started asking these peddlers. Now what are peddlers? Peddlers are those people, or by the way, say those persons who are going to take their cycles or small any of those units which are motile, movable, and they used to roam from village to village carrying their bags. इसमें छोटे छोटे books रखे रहते थे, and they were very dirt cheap, एकदम बहुत सस्ते होते थे, so even the villagers could afford. So those guys who sell these were known as peddlers. So those peddlers went up to sell all those little books which was up for the sale at a very nominal price. So even villagers जिनके अंदर literacy rates काफी अब बढ़ता जा रहा था, they started purchasing those. Now, what all were the new kind of books which actually came in the market, or new kind of publication? The first word is almanac. Now, what do you mean by the word almanac? Now, almanac is technically a ritual kind of calendar जिसके अंदर ये लिखा रहता है कि यहाँ पर कब कौन सा eclipse आएगा, कब कौन सा टाइम अच्छा है, कौन सा ये मुहूर्त अच्छा है, इस दिन क्या होगा, इस दिन क्या है, and so on and so forth. This is not the normal calendar. Of course, it's a normal calendar, but उसके अंदर बहुत सारी चीजें और भी added up होती हैं. Okay. Now, so those were the almanacs. They were the ritual calendars. Then comes ballets. You already know the oratory. Stories, folk tales, and then come the new word which is known as what? The chapbooks. Now, what do you mean by the word chapbooks? Now, chapbooks are those small size, cheap, cheap only in terms of cost, okay, not in terms of material. But of course, उनका material भी बहुत cheap था. Chapbooks were those cheap pocket size, books which you can easily carry in your pocket, from one place to another, and they were very, very, economical also. They used to cost just 1 penny. And then people could buy those in 1 penny. So that was very cheap, okay. So these were known as chapbooks. So once these chapbooks also started, coming in the market, so people now did not need to afford a thing, or they do not need to simply, do something extra in their budget. They could easily accommodate these, 3, 4, 5, 6 chapbooks in their monthly, budget. Now, in France, the same kind of book, in France, the same kind of book was known as Bibliothèque Bleue. Bibliothèque Bleue. Now, what is this Bibliothèque Bleue? Those were also, kind of chapbooks, but they were printed at a very, very cheap kind of paper, and of course, they were very economical to purchase. Next, what was the other kind of printing material or edition? There were the newspapers and the journals. Now, newspaper and journals, as soon as it started coming on in the market, it of course created a revolution altogether because उससे कुछ नई industries चालू हो गई. Now, why am I emphasizing on this particular chapter again? Because you need to understand one person did some, so-called invention, और उसके बाद में तो जैसे वहाँ पर पूरा एकदम as I told you, the mania actually started happening. So everybody was now printing something or the other. लोगों का business चलने लगा. People started earning more money. The literacy rates went up. Now you would see in the next topic that people actually started challenging the monarchical order altogether, which was later on known as the French Revolution, the famous French Revolution. So all this happened just because of, there's this spread of knowledge altogether. Now, so newspaper and journals happen. Now, newspaper and journals के अंदर क्या-क्या प्रिंट होने लगा था? जो नॉर्मल डेली करंट अफेयर्स के जो न्यूज़ थे वो आना चालू हो गए थे. एंड आई वुड सिंसियरली पर्सनली रिक्वेस्ट यू गाइस दैट आप टीवी के न्यूज़ के बजाय प्लीज स्टार्ट रीडिंग समथिंग rather than watching all those fake, WhatsApp University newses, or not all but majority of them, or even, those once again vested interest वाले वो जो न्यूज़ आर्टिकल्स आते हैं इन दोज न्यूज़ चैनल्स. Guys, I think it would be much more easier if you can read a newspaper. It would take some time because it sounds very boring, but it would do the work. Now, newspapers and journals and science and philosophers also started printing a lot of material in these editions. So journals धीरे धीरे साइंस के भी आने लगे, जहाँ पर बहुत फेमस साइंटिस्ट लाइक the Isaac Newton and even the Albert Einstein, now they could publish their own articles because अब उनको fear नहीं था उतना कि कोई इसके बारे में कुछ बोलेगा या नहीं बोलेगा, because now this idea could actually spread to a larger public. So that means public का support भी उनको बहुत easily मिल जाएगा. So this all actually created a kind of a revolution altogether. Now, books were now being based on progress and enlightenment. What do you mean by enlightenment? It's kind of a freedom from all those restrictions which are actually binding you up. They can be personal, they can be physical, they can be mental, they can be financial, they can be all like this. And means to end despotism. Another new word. Guys, ये जो मैं words कर रहा हूँ ये बहुत important words हैं now even for writing in the examination. Despotism. Now, despotism is, those particular era जहाँ पर या जो time था वो जो monarchy का जिसके अंदर उन्हीं के authorized laws थे, या जैसे मैंने कल आपको बताया था the Roman Church के अंदर जो उन लोगों ने जो laws बनाए हुए थे, whether they are right or not. So there now, they got a mean to end that despotism. Why? Because when you study something, then you actually gain the ability to ask a question. And of course, जितने भी जो suppressors होंगे, they'll always, say that all this which is written is wrong. ये गलत है, ये गलत है. Please understand, guys, that if you want to get, out of all this, you need to learn, you need to study. And study का मतलब केवल ये physics, chemistry, maths, bio, इन सबको learn करना नहीं होता. But that means to gain knowledge, as in why this is happening, what for this is happening. Is this actually good for me? Is this actually waste? Am I doing the right thing? No. Then you start asking questions. But when you are not literate, then you start believing what the other guy is saying, right? Now, if you have seen these two movies, I'm talking about these two Hindi movies, it can be, different movies from different religion altogether. One is this PK, in which Amir Khan is over there, and another is, I forgot, Oh My God, okay? Now, these are the two movies which you might not like, you might like, or you might see just as a time pass kind of a movies, But if you actually see those movies and forget about the religion, that from which religion are you, और उन्होंने इसके बारे में क्यों टारगेट किया या नहीं किया है, you would be able to understand that there is a reason behind each and everything. At least that's what those particular movies say. So people actually get influence from those movies, which is kind of what? Media, right? So that means that books उस टाइम पे, because उस टाइम पे टेलीविजन वगैरह तो नहीं थे, so जब बुक्स आए थे तो बुक्स ने भी वही करना चालू कर दिया. ये philosophers and scientists ने अपने आइडियाज को प्रिंट करना चालू किया, and those ideas when the public, the general public started reading those, they started now questioning that okay, ये जो बोल रहा है आदमी वो बुरा तो नहीं बोल रहा है, वो गलत तो नहीं बोल रहा है, and then they started discussing, and then the debate start, and then the questions start. And remember, when you ask too many questions to monarchical order, and that simply means that now it's the time for the collapse or for the imminent collapse of that monarchy. So one should always start asking questions, one should always ask doubts. Now whether it's me as a teacher, okay, or as a educator, or as far as the other teachers are concerned, if we know something, then it's our duty to tell you, with the uttermost honesty, whether this is right or wrong as far as our belief system is concerned or as far as our knowledge is concerned. But suppose if somebody asks the doubts and I'll say, okay fine, मैं आपको बाद में बता दूंगा, and वो बाद में आया ही नहीं कभी. आप जब भी आए, हाँ बाद में बताऊंगा, हाँ जब भी आओगे बाद में बताऊंगा. That means that there is a problem. There's a problem with the educator, there's a problem with the teacher, there's a problem with the system, there's a problem with government, anything at all. If your question is justified, then you should be able to get a reasonable answer for your question. Okay. Otherwise, let that person say, I do not know. And if the person is saying, I do not know, that means that actually he doesn't know. Got it? Now, then comes the word Louis Sebastian Mercier. Now, Gutenberg ने भी एक्चुअली में यही एक डायलॉग बोला था जो कि लुइस सेबेस्टियन मर्सियर ने बोला, and he said that printing press is supposed to be the most powerful engine which has got the sheer power to end what? Despotism. He said a very famous sentence. He said, oh, the tyrants, now get aware or get beware of these virtual readers and the virtual philosopher and the virtual writers. सो मर्सियर ने बोला कि जितने भी ये जो टायरेंट्स हैं, टायरेंट्स वो लोग होते हैं जो फोर्सफुली किसी के ऊपर में गलत ढंग से रूल कर रहे होते हैं. सो मर्सियर सेड, fear, that all those tyrants, you now start getting scared of these virtual writers and philosophers, because the day they started cribbing about you or criticizing about your practices and theories and your belief system is the day your kingdom is going to get collapsed. And that's what exactly happened. Now let's see the print culture and what this print culture could actually do. Remember one thing, whenever there is a suppressor or an oppressor who is actually trying to suppress your ideas, please understand वो आपके ideas जिंदगी भर suppress नहीं कर सकता. Of course वो pressurize करे जा रहा है आपको. Now the condition is getting more and more inflamed. Why? Because of बस जरा से spark की जरूरत है and you are going to blast, right? Now what actually happens? जब ये उस टाइम पे ऑपरेशन चल रहा था, मोनार्कियल ऑर्डर चल रहा था, रूलर्स बहुत ही बुरे ढंग से टैक्सेस कलेक्ट कर रहे थे, रूल्स थे, एंड दिस इज आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट अक्रॉस द वर्ल्ड. दिस इज ऑल अबाउट यूरोप. द सेम थिंग हैपेंड इन इंडिया. Then there is only a reason required for the public to get into this kind of revolution, and this time the books actually, or the reading material actually supported that particular wave of revolution. Now let's see how. So there are those three main ideas which are propagating for the why this French Revolution happened. Print popularized enlightenment. Now print की वजह से ये जो सारे के सारे जो philosophers थे, you are going to see right now some of the names. For example, Thomas Paine, for example, Voltaire and the Rousseau. Okay, so all of these guys, they started publishing their ideas to the public, and public actually got influenced with those ideas. Print popularized enlightenment or the concept of freedom. आपने जब तक किसी को फ्रीडम के बारे में कुछ बताया ही नहीं है तो सामने वाला उसके बारे में क्वेश्चन कैसे पूछेगा. बट जैसे ही बुक्स आना चालू हो गए एंड बुक्स में लिखा हुआ था इमेजिन इफ देयर इज अ फ्री कंट्री, नाउ पब्लिक स्टार्टेड आस्किंग व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय फ्री कंट्री. ओए फ्री कंट्री क्या होता है? And then they started getting answers, okay, like this, and they started dreaming about it. And once you start dreaming about something, and that too from heart, I'm sure that you're going to get also over there. So print popularized enlightenment thinkers and who kept on arguing for the rule of reason. जितने भी जो enlightenment thinkers होते हैं, now I'm not saying that I am an enlightenment thinker, but of course every teacher needs to be. What do they do? आपको लगता है teachers only teach you? Teachers are actually shaping you or making you for the future, for your life to come. See, we are kind of now, have already lived our life, the youth part. Of course, we are living. But now it's a moral duty to actually shape you guys to now think beyond us. So whenever a guy or a girl comes actually up to me and asks that, sir, how or what are we going to do? And I ask that, see, whatever I am going to tell you is, a thing of the past. Now you need to make your own way because the technology, the time is changing. Think about it. What is going to be the new trend? Develop something new, create something new, like that. So they argued for the rule of reason. They said that only believe those things which can be supported by the word reason. किसी ने आपसे बोल दिया नहीं ऐसे ही करना चाहिए. What's the harm in asking क्यों? I'll tell you. So the next point was, then comes the attacked authority of church. These particular philosophers and thinkers now attack the authority of the church. Now why, and why would somebody attack the authority of church? They actually attacked the authority of the church because they could not find some logic or reason or the rationale between what? Between whatever they are saying. Say for example, now they said that the Lord Jesus needs to be prayed like this, you need to go, you need to do this, you need to do that. Then people started asking questions that if you are saying that Lord is everywhere, then why should we do all those kind of rituals? If it is everywhere, we can just sit back right over here and then can feel it. Then everybody just becomes stunned and silent. Oh no, you're a non-believer in God and that's the reason why you're saying like this. But actually, there comes this word argument. So then came the word attack the authority of church and their rituals. So it's not attack as in the physical attack, but it is kind of a mental attack when you start asking reasons and debating the said beliefs. Writings of Voltaire and the Rousseau, as I told you that these were the so-called the revolutionary kind of thinkers, but actually they were not revolutionaries. They simply were spreading their ideas that they think that this should happen in this way. If you feel like believing, you believe, otherwise you just keep the book aside. The second argument behind the French Revolution was that it actually created an atmosphere of dialogue and debate. Second reason जो कई लोग बोलते हैं कि books आने के बाद में people started questioning and debating and arguing on everything whatever is being given to them. The need to re-evaluate the system and question ideas and beliefs. People started asking questions for everything. Sir, why are you writing with the black pen? Why not with a blue pen? Why not with a red pen? No, you are not supposed to wear red during this particular period. But why? No reason. Because somebody said so. Who? We don't know. And that's where this particular idea and argument actually came up. So this was the second reason, or people think at least that this could be the reason behind the French Revolution. So there were three main ideas, so this was the second idea. The third idea, in 1780, criticism against royalty and its morality. In 1780, people went a bit ahead also, and they started printing cartoons and caricatures depicting that how monarchs are just completely unaware of the sufferings which are being felt by the poor and the sub-privileged class. तो उन लोगों को लगने लगा कि मोनार्क तो इनके लिए कुछ करते तो है नहीं, और ऊपर से साथ में खुद they are just sitting and feeling all that ecstasy and everything. So that's not kind of good, and that's what actually spread a kind of fire in between the common public that these monarchs are not good for us. And this led to, or might have led to, the word French Revolution. ध्यान रखना फ्रेंच रेवोल्यूशन के अलग अलग बुक्स में अलग अलग जस्टिफिकेशन लिखे हुए हैं. एज एन somebody said that there was this particular prince who was being killed, there was this and there was this and there was this. But understand, कभी भी कोई भी रेवोल्यूशन किसी एक के वजह से नहीं होता है. वो एक अंडरलाइंग करंट होता है जो कंटिन्यूसली चल रहा होता है. पीपल जस्ट नीड अ स्पार्क. Then that spark can be because of anything at all, right? So this is the kind of thing. So what we have studied today, that how this reading mania actually led to this French Revolution, or that's what people say, that this is the reason why French Revolution must have happened. We also saw actually how this literacy rate went up. We saw how the cost of print actually started coming down. We also saw that why there was this particular reason for the people to actually start believing in all these things, okay, and why they started arguing and debating, against the practices followed by monarchy, okay. So that would be all for today. Right now there is another lecture on mathematics which is coming up, so guys, see that too. Thank you guys so much, enjoy. And somebody, by the way, a good student of mine, so he gave a very nice incident. He said, sir, whenever I actually hug my mom, and then mom says ki ab to bade ho gaye, so don't hug me. So guys, hug me does not mean as in you are physically hugging, though there's nothing wrong in hugging, but still if she doesn't feels comfortable with that, can touch the feet. The only thing what I mean to say is, guys, make her happy, keep her happy. And when I'm saying keep her happy, I'm talking about keep everybody happy around you. When they are happy, you are happy. And when you are happy, I'm happy. Chill guys, enjoy and keep smiling guys always. Thank you.